The next step after you've created all your basic slides is to populate the slides with images and then insert the appropriate text. So the first thing I'm going to do is highlight or click on the number 1 slide and then go to Insert in the top menu and choose Picture. And you'll get a dialog box where you'll choose your folder that contains the images. So mine is within Images. I'll go to Small JPEG Images and choose a slide and insert it, or choose a file. You'll see that it fills the entire frame from left to right, and as you can see, it's obscuring the text box that I put in. So as my cursor is rolling over, you'll see it has a 4-headed arrow on it. If I click on it and select it and click and drag, I can reposition the picture easily. You can also resize it just as you did with the text box. I'm going to the upper left hand corner and you can see it keeps its aspect ratio as I click and drag. So I've made it a little bit smaller than I want it. I'm going to click and drag larger from the right upper corner. In addition to clicking on it and dragging to reposition, you can also use, as you did before, the arrow keys in the bottom right corner of your keyboard. So I'm going to press the upper arrow key. It moves up, down, down, left, and right. So I'll put it where I want it. Click in the text box, title the slide, and save my file. So you've got the first one populated with a title and an image. You just continue the process. You can also, instead of going from the insert menu, you can also go to the picture and insert picture. It's the same dialog more or less. Click insert, click on the picture, resize it appropriately, move it where you want it, fine tune it, make it a little bit smaller or larger, title it, and save. Continue the process until you've populated the entire show and you're done, other than perhaps wanting to create a title slide, for instance. So if you have a blank slide that you haven't used yet, you can rearrange these easily just by clicking and dragging the slides around as I'm doing in the left hand side. So if I decide, oh no, I want this slide here, instead you just click and drag. So I've dragged an empty slide or a blank slide to the top position. I'm going to click and move the text box up to the top, drag it larger. I'm going to go to Format Font, make the typeface larger, OK that. Now we're going to add text for the message, my wonderful art history presentation. You can also, within a text box, change the font size so that you have 2 different font sizes within a text box. It might also be a good idea to have 2 separate text boxes. That'll allow you to independently move the title and your name separately. So I'm going to go save again, and now you have a beginning title page as well as your slide show. So in addition, you may want to start out with a blank slide at the top. Some people put blank images in between them. So I'm clicking and dragging slides around so that the first slide is going to be blank, the second one has my title on it, there's a blank between the image and the next image. So it allows you to blank the screen easily in your presentation. All that remains now is to save your final project once it's complete into a form that can be used in the art history seminar room to provide a side-by-side slide show on the AV station within that room. What you need to do is File, Save As, and instead of a PowerPoint presentation, click that arrow and choose PDF. And what you can see that the extensions changed from your file name, so you won't be overwriting the file. Click Save, and it saved your presentation as a PDF file. And you'll see within my folder that in addition to the initial PowerPoint presentation, you now have a PDF file. What you're going to do is, once you get it to where you want to go, select it, File, and Duplicate, and it'll create a copy. You'll have 2 different PDF files. One will be launched in each window, and you'll open them with Acrobat Reader if you have it. I didn't see that on the computers within the seminar room, so you can use Adobe Acrobat Professional. What will happen is it's key served, so you get that message, and it'll open up your PowerPoint within the window as shown. What you're going to do is click that green plus sign. It fills the screen completely, and then for view you can go into full screen mode. If you find for some reason that full screen mode doesn't allow you to have two presentations up, you have another option of using reading mode, which also gets rid of a lot of the stuff in the top. So oftentimes they'll open up like this and you'll have an arrow key to cycle through your slides, but you'll also have all this other associated stuff. So if you go under view again and go to reading mode, that'll take that away. If it allows you to go into full screen mode, use that, as it allows a really clean looking screen. To advance the slide, you just click on the face of it. As you can see, we've got that blank slide in between, and if you want to go back, what you can do is cycle through the slides using the arrow keys on the keyboard. So I'm at the first slide, it's blank if you recall, so don't freak out if you get that blank slide initially. To advance slides in the respective windows, you will need to click on the face of each one of them to make them active, and you may inadvertently advance a slide when you're doing so, so don't fret. Just hit the back key if you need to on the keyboard. My suggestion is that you take the time to go into the room well prior to your need to show the presentation and practice. It really helps to get used to the equipment that you have. There'll often be little hiccups that happen the first time you run through, and you want to familiarize yourself with the process so that things go as smoothly as possible. I wish you the best of luck with your presentation.